Alright, we have studied law of sines, so everybody knows how to find like missing sides and angles for any triangle. I want you to draw this one up at the top first before we get started. Go ahead and draw a triangle. Doesn't have to be perfect. And label your sides A, B, and C. Alright, and now I want you to put two sides. Let's make this 3 and 5. And let's make this 32 degrees. Okay? Yes, you need these notes. Go ahead and write this triangle. And label these right here. You need an extra copy too, Solomon? Okay. Alright. Say that we were going to solve this triangle, okay? How could we set this up? Say if we were going to solve the triangle. Pick something you would solve for first. Side A. Okay, that's this one, right? Go ahead and tell me how to set that up using law of sines. Alright, you said Pythagorean theorem. How come we can't use Pythagorean theorem on this one? It's not a right angle, right? Or at least we don't know if it is or not. So tell me how to set it up using law of sines, somebody. Equals. It'd be like sine B over maybe 5. What's wrong with this one? There's 2 missing, so can we solve for 1? No, this is why law of cosines was invented. Okay? So with law of sines, the reason we use that is when we are given 2 angles in any sides. This is what we've been doing. 2 angles in any sides. Or sometimes we were given 2 sides and 1 angle opposite of one of them. 2 sides and 1 angle opposite of them. Oppo. That's the problems we've been given. And we could use law of sines on those. But on ones that I just gave you, which was 2 sides and their included angle, let me go back. 2 sides and their included angle, we have to use law of cosines. 2 sides and included angle. We also have to use law of cosines anytime we're given 3 sides. There's no way we could do law of sines. So this is going to help you decide, because tomorrow I'm going to give you problems that are mixed in. This is going to help you decide this part of your notes, what to do, law of sines or law of cosines. Alright, what was the formula for law of sines? Just give me a general formula. Like sine A over what? Equals. Very good. So that's for you to have the law of sines formula. This is the law of cosines formula down here. We got A squared equals B squared plus C squared minus 2B cosine A and blah, 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 so forth. So this is what we're going to use to solve these triangles. The first type are triangles with 2 sides and included angle. If you look up here, 2 sides and included angle, that's when we have to use law of cosine. So let's identify what we're missing and what we have. Okay, what's missing? Side C, angle A, and angle B. So that's what we're solving for. Alright, these right here, the A squared, B squared, and C squared, those are what if they're lowercase? Sides, right? So with law of cosines, we're going to look for one of these sides that we have. Which one do we have? Do we have side B? Yes, this is side B, right? We have angle C and side A. Okay, so we have side A and side B. So which formula are we going to use here? C squared. Good. That's what we're solving for, and it's solved for right here, so we can use this one. Did everybody see that? We're trying to solve for C. This one's already got C by itself, so we can use this one to help us find that side. So let's set it up. Do we know what C is? Nope. Do we know what A is? All right, it's what? 7. So 7 squared? Very good. Plus our B in this one is what? So 10 squared? Very good. Minus 2 times A times B. A and B are what again? 7 and 10. So what's 7 times 10? Very good. And then we have cosine of angle C. What is angle C? Very good. Now we're going to clean it up before we actually find out what this is. Which terms can we combine right here? That makes what? Very good. We can also do what with these two? So we get minus 1. Good. I thought I heard something else. Cosine 73 degrees. How do you think we're going to go from here? Or first of all, can we subtract 149 and 140? Nope, because this is attached to this, right? Being multiplied. So from here, you would just do what? Type it in your calculator. Go ahead and do that. Type it just like you see it. 149 minus 140 cosine 73. And I'm going to grab somebody's calculator in just a second. Alright, so Coley plugged it in right here, 149 minus 140 cosine 73. Did everybody get 108? Very good. And then from there we have, let me write that down, C squared equals 108.06796. To solve for C, we still have to do what? Square root it. So in your calculator, the easiest way for most calculators, let me retype this in, it's 140 cosine of 73, is to raise this, and that's this button right here, this arrow, raise it to the what power? If we're taking the square root. That's if we're squaring it. If we're taking the square root, we can raise something to the what power? Y'all don't know this? Y'all don't know how to take the square root of something? Using an exponent? Yeah. To the 0.5 power. So C, our side C is, let's round that to 10.4. Did everybody able to get that in a calculator? Okay. So we got C, 10.4. Alright, from here, what do y'all think we're going to do to find angle A and angle B? Law of sines, very good. Because now we have all three sides, correct? 10.4. And we also have an angle with two sides. Or excuse me. We have two sides and one angle opposite of them. So after you use law of sines once, you can always use after you use law of cosines once, you can always use law of sines, which is easier. Alright, so do y'all want to solve for angle A or angle B first? A, okay? So we know we have to have sine of A. What's the side that goes with A? Very good. We can set it equal to an angle and a side that we know. What letter do we have the angle inside of? So it'd be sine of all over. Very good. How do we solve for A? We need to, yes, cross multiply. So we have, I'm going to write this over, 10.4 sine A equals 7 sine 73. Go ahead and solve for A on your own, angle A. Let me know if you need some help in your calculator. I can show you how. This is one where you have all the numbers, right? And this one we don't have any letters like this. You need to type this one in first. Good. Wait. Yeah, divide that by 10.4 now. Very good. Now to find the angle here, this is where you use sine to the -1. So second time. Sign. Now type in that number. Negative. 24. 555. 1. Okay. Anybody have an answer yet? What did we get? 40 degrees. Everybody agree? Do I need to show how to get that in the calculator? Okay. Let me borrow yours right quick. Alright, the first thing I want to do is make sure that your calculator is in degrees. So go to mode right here. It's right beside second. Go down and make sure his is in radians. See, you need to go to degree. Hit enter. Alright, now get out of it by hitting second quit. Alright, what would I type in my calculator first when I'm solving for this? Very good. And then I would divide that by what? Yes, because I'm trying to get A by itself. So divide by 10.4. Did everybody get that far? Now we know that's not the degree, correct? A degree can't be point something. So how do we find, or excuse me, let me write this down. It'd be sine 8 equals this, 0.06437. Sorry, 0.64. So what button do we have to use? Good, second sign, and then just type this number in, 0.643666666. And that's how you get 40 degrees. Everybody good with that? So again, degrees can't be negative. So if you get a negative, you did something wrong. Can't be a point something, or you've done something wrong. Does everybody understand? The only thing we have left to solve for is what? B. Do we have to use law of sines or cosine? Nope, we can just subtract what? Yep, 180 minus 40 and minus what? 73. I think you're looking at the other one, Solomon.
Sorry.
You're good. So we have solved the triangle. Oh, sorry. I don't know what I'm doing. Here you go.
Wait, how do you do the sine A?
You're talking about this point? This part? You just hit second sign on your button to get the sine inverse button and then type that number in. Everybody good? Let's do one more together. Tell me the things we're missing on this one. Angle A and B. Very good. So isn't this very similar to the one we just did? Missing two angles and a side, so we know we're going to have to use what first? Law of cosine, okay? And this one actually we're missing the same angle and same letter, so we're still going to use c squared equals. Does everybody see that?
The formula that you use depending on what angle you have.
You're talking about the formula for this? Yes. Very good. Alright, so let's set that up. We got c squared equals, and I'm following this formula from up here. The next part is a squared plus b squared. What's our a squared going to be? 64. What's b squared? Very good. Minus 2 times a times b. What's a times b? Anybody? 104. Okay. And then cosine of what? Very good. All right, let's go ahead and simplify beforehand. What's 64 plus 169? 233 minus what's 104 times 2? All right, cosine of 64 degrees. Go ahead and plug that in your calculator. Don't forget to take the square root at the end. Let me know if y'all need help typing this in. What'd y'all get for C? Final answer. 11.9. Do I need to show how we got this in the calculator? Yes. Okay. Okay, it might just been a rounding thing. So when you type it in just like you see it, Justin. So it's 233 minus, 208 cosine 64. Thanks, I see it. 233 minus 208 cosine 64. And then this is not our answer because we still have to take the square root, so I just raised it to the 0.5 power. Everybody good with that? Alright, next we're going to use what to find the angle, let's find angle B. We have to use what now? Law of sines, very good. So if we're finding angle B, we'll need sine of B degrees over what? Very good, 13 equals? Very good, have to use C over what? Very good. Go ahead and solve for B degrees on your own. Let me know if you need some help. And then after you find B, you can go ahead and find C degrees. Anybody need more time? Alright, Amber, what'd you get for B degrees? Everybody agree? We need to go over it, how to do it in the calculator? Alright. Kels, what'd you get for A?
37.
Everybody agree? Y'all have any questions? Alright, we're going to do one more that's a little different than this, and then the rest I'll let you do on your own. Go ahead and flip it. I'm sorry. 37 degrees. You know how we got that, Abigail? Okay. Flip it. Let's look at number 5. Let's look at number 5. Alright, this one we're given what? All sides. We need to find all angles. All angles. Alright, if we're given all three sides, what law do we use? Cosine or sine? Cosine. Good. If you don't remember, you can flip over 3 sides. I'm going to do law of cosines. Now, does it matter? We have all 3 sides. Does it matter which one we use? Nope. Not if we have all 3 sides. So y'all pick one. A squared, B squared, C squared. A squared. Alright. I'm going to write that formula up here so we don't have to keep flipping back. It's A squared equals B squared plus C squared minus 2BC cosine A. Let me check myself. Yep. Okay. Let's go ahead and fill in what we know. Do we know A squared? Yes. A squared is going to be 81. B squared plus, good, minus 2 times, what's B times C? What's B times C? 80 what now? Very good. Cosine of, do we know what A degree is? Good, that's what we're solving for. Alright, what's the goal here? To get A by itself, correct? So that means we're going to try to get everything away from this group that has A in it. So the first thing we can do is what? Good. What's 49 plus 144? Alright. Let's go ahead and do this. What's 2 times 84? Alright, what can we do next to get A by itself? Subtract 193. Good. What's 81 minus 193? Negative 112 equals negative 168, correct? Cosine A. Everybody with me? Now how do I get A by itself? Divide by what? Not just 168, but negative 168. Good. Go ahead and do that in your calculator. And that's going to give me what degree? Good. We know that's not a degree. It's 0.66 something. So what do we have to do with that? Good. Cosine inverse. And go ahead and type that in. What did we get? 48 degrees. Very good. We got A. And I'm going to put that right here so we can see something. Alright, for the next one, for B and C, we know we only have to find one more. Then we can subtract from 180. Can we use law of sines or do we have to use law of cosines again? Again? Yeah, we can use law of sines this time because look at A, don't we have the angle on the side? Let's do it. Alright, we know we have to use that, so it's going to be sine of over 9 equals, y'all just pick one. Sine of B over 7. Good. Go ahead and find B on your own right here. B degrees. Remember, it can't be a decimal and it can't be negative. Make sure you're using sine inverse. Let me know if you need help typing it in. What did we get for angle B?
48.
Everybody got 48? Because that's what I got. It's 35. Do I need to go over how we did that? Just so yours was a little off. It might have just been rounding. Let me see. Oh, that's fine. You just round this to 5 and divide it by 9 instead of 5.2, blah, blah, blah. Alright, so what's our other angle going to be? Good. Any questions about these? You do have some homework tonight, and it is problems 3, put a star by it, problems 4 and 6. That's 3 problems. And it is due on Thursday, 3, 4, and 6. And we're going to start here tomorrow with word problems. Okay? 3, 4, and 6 are homework. Yes.